Hello, you're welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about a very important and interesting topic. I've gotten this question countless times. Every time I talk about international passports, I always get this question, and I feel like it's high time I talked about this here, so that everybody who have the same question, probably you have the same question in your head, or you come across this video by chance, you will be able to understand the difference between the 5 years validity passport and the 10 years validity passport. That is, if you already do not know this point I'm about to mention. So let's dive straight into this video without taking much of your time. But before we start, please just take a second or take 5 seconds to like this video, to subscribe, to share, and to save it for future references, because trust me, you might be needing it, or someone around you might be needing it. You just have to share it to them. They gain the same exact knowledge I'm going to be sharing out here today. All right, so let's dive straight into it. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be listing some of the differences between the 5 years validity passport and the 10 years validity passport, so that you understand the differences between these two before you make up your mind on which of this passport category you'll be going for on your next application. The first point I'm going to be giving you today is the length of time that you can hold this passport for. Just like the name implies, 5 years validity and 10 years validity. What it simply means is that one can be held for just 5 years, while the other one can stay for as much as 10 whole years before you can look to renew it. Okay, so put that into consideration. If you want to hold one particular passport for a longer period of time, then you should of course go in for the 10 years passport. While if you just want something for the moment or for just a period of time, you can as well go for the 5 years passport and look towards renewing it in the next 5 years. The second point I have today is the cost is going to require for you to be able to acquire this passport. Of course, you already know that 10 years passport and 5 years passport is not the same. It can never be the same price. Alright, so the price for you to acquire the 5 years passport is way cheaper compared to the price that is required of you to spend if you are going for the 10 years validity passport. Yes, consider your pocket or how buoyant you are at the moment before you think of acquiring the 10 years validity passport over the 5 years validity passport. As at the time of this video, you can actually get your international passport, and I mean the 5 years validity passport, as low as Naira only, and this is only possible if you're doing your application by yourself. Yes, if you're doing it with just your mobile phone and from the comfort of wherever you are right now, you're going to be saving a whole lot of money. So put that into consideration. But if you're going to be using the services of a third party, you're going to be paying higher than what I just mentioned. So you need to also put that into consideration before you get started. Now, when it comes to 10 years validity passport, the price is a bit higher than what we have for the 5 years validity passport. And as at the time of this video, again, for you to be able to acquire the 10 years validity passport, you'll be spending about to be able to acquire a 10 years validity passport, again, if you are doing this application by yourself using your mobile phone. So if you're going to be engaging the services of a third party, maybe an officer or an agent, trust that you're going to be spending more than this. So also put that into consideration before you get started. Alright, the next point I have is the fact that the number of pages on each of these passports is not the same. Yes, for 5 years validity passport, you are limited to just 32 pages, while on the 10 years validity passport, you have as much as 64 pages on this passport. Yes, what this means is that it's going to take you a longer period of time for your passport pages to be exhausted if you go for the 10 years validity passport, compared to if you are going for the 5 years validity passport, because you're going to be only having 32 pages on that passport. So also put that into consideration, especially if you are a frequent traveler, before you decide on which of these passport category you want to be going for. If you're someone that travels out very often, then you might want to consider the 10 years passport. You will have as much as 64 whole pages to be stamped on before your passport pages get exhausted, or before you start looking to replace that passport. Or if you plan to relocate out of the country, then you might want to consider the 10 years validity passport, being that it's going to stay for as long as 10 years before you think of renewing your passport. Alright, so if you found this video useful, please don't forget to like, to subscribe, to share to your friends, and to save this video for future references. Okay, that will be that for this video. Bye, and I'll see you in the next one.